if Mac Jones throws an interception, you don't think he's just in his mind going, "Yep, here comes the Bailey Zappi chance," because this fan base sucks because they don't really give a shit about anything and they don't know what they're talking about.
I honestly think that whoever the quarterback here is for a very long time, they're already like in a bad spot. So we're back. Another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode number 84, our second episode in the new studio. I must say, these leather chairs are amazing.
Leather.
Yes, they are. They're 100% leather. I know my leather, and these are leather.
How much would a real leather recliner this size cost?
I mean, depends on if it was on clearance or not. Is it on clearance?
It came from Costco.
Costco's got good stuff. It could be. Costco, I'm just telling you, I think it's leather. Well, on this episode, we're going to cover a few topics. Number one being the biggest topic, HAMLIN, the Buffalo Bills defensive back that we saw on Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, very scary. Unfortunately, was injured, fell, basically had a heart issue, stopped on the field. His heart stopped from contact.
And it happens kind of more than people think too, because it happens in a lot of sports that aren't like NFL and stuff like that. It happens a lot.
What? I was talking to my nephew, Cameron. He's here, Cam Thornton. I was talking to him about this has happened in Little League.
Yeah.
This has happened before with kids when they get hit in the chest.
I have my daughter. She wears a heart guard thing.
Protective.
It's a shirt that has a built-in pad because she pitches.
The crazy part about that, it's like timing. So I was listening to a doctor talk about the actual thing that happens.
It has a name for it.
It has a name. I can't say the name. I don't know exactly what the name of it is, but it's a certain condition where you're contacted.
It's not a condition.
It's a condition. The conditions have to be accurate.
Yep.
So it's contact to your chest in the right spot in the right time.
It's basically when your heart's resetting.
It's like in between beats and you get hit, and then your heart basically stops.
It causes cardiac arrest.
Yeah, which is like it's unbelievably scary.
I mean, you can get hit 1,000 times in the chest and you're fine, and then that 1,001 could have been at the right time, and that's what it causes.
Yeah, so this is the first time that we've actually seen that happen on a field. You've seen professional sports. In hockey, it's happened before. They've had a hockey puck. Yeah, it's happened before.
I think it happened in football around here in a high school.
Not
that long ago.
Yeah. So it's crazy to see on a field and the CPR, and you see the reaction of the players. The crazy part about football is there's really a lot of moments where there's those, I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
The guys
like seizing up and
knocked out, or you've seen guys that have had neck injuries. The Ryan Shazier neck injury.
But didn't you see the Giants game that Giants Colts, that the Colts quarterback was knocked out?
Yeah.
And Thibodeau was doing a snow angel next to him as he's like seizing out and everything. It's seizing out or like broken rib or something like that.
I think it's when you see it in the reaction of it, I think that has a bigger impact. Because unfortunately in football, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind closed doors that you don't see it nationally televised, but players have to still deal with that.
Well, J.J. Watt had a stroke this year.
Well, not a stroke. He had a heart arrhythmia, which
he played like a few days later.
I think it's tough because you have teammates and you're close with those teammates and you form relationships with guys. And when you see somebody get hurt, football is a culture of just move on to the next. The culture is if someone gets hurt, someone goes down. It's the next guy up. Move up 5 yards. Yeah. I've seen guys with bones sticking out of their leg, tib completely broke, and the head coach just says, rub some dirt on it, and the kid's screaming. It happened at junior college. I was like, yo, this dude's leg snapped in half, and the coach just says, move it up. The guy screamed. It was crazy. But, I think in this environment right now, we're a lot more aware of the consequences of football, but this is like the reality of the consequences, and we don't really see the reality. I see a lot of guys after the fact deal with a lot of issues. My college teammate Uche, he was a guard for the Jaguars for 7 years. He just passed away. He just passed away of a heart attack. Yeah, so it's like a lot of crazy stuff after the fact, but not so much when you're 24 years old, young. You don't think it's going to happen.
Well, it's just that, you get numb to it, like of legs being broken, concussions happening, all that stuff. But it's different when somebody's performing CPR on a guy on the field feet from you. I guess that's the big thing.
I think it's also too with like cell phones and having the availability of getting more information.
I don't think online within seconds.
I don't think in the last couple of years, you just see people and issues come up more often than we ever have because of the access that we have on our cell phone. And it's just constant. And I think that also has, that aids in stress and anxiety, everything that people deal with right now. I think it's because you have to see it. You have to visualize it. And when you see it, it becomes more real. And just like the guys crying and the emotions of a guy on the field, heart stopped, CPR, bringing him back, ambulance, it's insanely, it's tough to watch. But, I think moving forward now, what does the NFL do? Like, what do?
What can they do?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Mike Reese said something about like them possibly not playing.
Mike Reese said that he talked to the beat reporter for the Bills, and the beat reporter told him, I think, that there's a possibility the Bills forfeit the Bengals and Patriots games. That's a possibility.
Okay, so if they forfeit those two games, like, did they just not play again? Like,
they'll play for the playoffs. They're saying it would be enough time to get them ready emotionally to play.
I think that there's so many things that can happen in a football season that guys experience, and they're just kind of pushed to play, like move on to the next thing. It'd be hard for me to see that happening, especially with the business and the amount of money that these teams are making per home game. Like the Cincinnati Bills game, you think every single ticket that was bought, like that's just like,
I think they have to refund it.
Do they refund it?
Yeah, I think they'd have to refund it. Same thing as if a concert it gets canceled, I think they refund.
So
the money.
Did they refund?
I don't think they have yet, because I don't think they haven't announced. The game is suspended. Right now. They haven't said what they're going to do with it yet. But the problem is you can't really play the game at this point, right? Because
the timing of it.
The timing's off because you have obviously the game's coming up now, and then the following week is the playoffs. This is really weird because you have to make a decision. First and foremost, I think the most important thing is player safety. It's player safety. Like we just watched a guy get injured, and now you're talking about how do they make up a game and how do they play the regular season? How do they go into the playoffs? You can't make them play on a short week because they've already done that. Yeah, that's what I mean. They can't. And then you put them at a huge disadvantage too for the playoffs.
Yeah,
what if both teams don't get the bye?
Exactly.
Then you could be playing 3 games in 14 days.
But then also on the flip side of that, you say, well, this team basically had another bye week. They only played a couple minutes into a game. Traveling.
Yeah. But then there's the implication of what it is, because say the Bengals lose this week to the Ravens, then the Bengals would need the win against the Bills to win the division.
Yeah. Dude, that's wild.
And then say if the Bills beat the Patriots and the Chiefs lose, well, then the Bills would need that win to get the first round bye.
So the Bills, if they won against Cincinnati and then beat the Patriots, had the first round bye based on tiebreaker. Yeah. So now I think the best they can do is number 2 seed.
Well, no, because you haven't decided what's going to happen with this game yet.
I don't see them playing it.
I don't see them playing
unless they push.
I could
the
see it
Super
being a
Bowl.
tie.
They can't push the Super Bowl back.
Super Bowl. And then
you're not going to push the Super Bowl back.
But then you couldn't make the division champions, the conference champions, the AFC and the NFC, go play
without a week off in between, because they have a week off between the Super Bowl and the AFC and NFC Championship. So if you move the Super Bowl back a week, that means you'd move the AFC Championship back a week.
You can't move. That's that one thing too. People don't realize the logistics of a team and moving a week or moving a whole team. The trunks, like they knew the game was forfeited or not going to be played on TV because they said, "Oh, they're packing the trunks up." Like the amount of stuff that they have to move for each game is insane. Yeah. And then you think about the media trucks, everything that goes into a home or an away game. Yeah. Hotels, even hotel bookings.
The thing is, like you check out of the hotel when you go to the game.
Well, I'm saying, like, if they tried to push the season a week, like you can't even move that. Think about the Super Bowl and hotels, and
it's a lot of people. See, I think the NFL is just hoping that the Patriots beat the Bills, because then it doesn't really matter for the seeding. If the Chiefs win and the Patriots beat the Bills, right? Bills can't get the first round bye.
So they're almost hoping that
the Bengals beat the Ravens, so then they win the division.
Well, if Kansas City wins
and Buffalo loses, then Kansas City gets the first round bye.
But I think if Kansas City wins and Buffalo wins, that's because they didn't play this game.
That's the thing is that's why I think the NFL
don't have a chance to.
I think what the NFL is hoping is that they don't have to make a decision on the game if it all plays out the right way this upcoming week. That's what they're hoping.
A lot of things, like a lot of moving.
Yeah, they'll just have all the calls in New York go the right way.
Yeah,
to help them out. TJ sent this to me. It did happen. The same exact thing happened in a high school here in New England, Oxford High School, in 2010. At a practice, there was a Michael Alsasar. I'm probably saying it wrong, so forgive me on that. But he got hit in the chest at the beat, went into cardiac arrest. But because it was a high school, there was no ambulance, there was no defibrillator or anything, and he died.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, it took the ambulance 15 minutes to get to him. His heart was stopped for 15 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's bad. Well, the saving grace.
It happened in Massachusetts too, on a soccer field on a 12-year-old.
Soccer ball.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think that age grouping is like 10 to 20 or something, or in that range, because
the younger you are, the worse it can be.
The crazy part, like the weird thing is with your actual shoulder pads and like your chest protection that you have, there's not much there. It's literally a piece of plastic and then maybe like a half inch of foam.
Yeah, but when
it's the force of a body running full speed going into you.
I don't think it's as much as how much the force is as it is at the exact moment.
I mean, I've had some like big shots, like not directly. I've had big shots to like areas of your chest.
You can like feel your heart like almost skip a little bit.
I mean, I had Darren McFadden running full speed put his head down and hit me right in the chest.
Yeah,
and it could have done that to me.
At the right time. Of the beat. It has to be like. I saw there's a chart for it.
Like
it's like
in between.
Your heart gets ready, it beats, it comes back down, and then it has to get you in this little window as it's getting ready.
Well, think about that too, because his heart rate's probably 100. I mean, 120, 30, 40.
It's milliseconds probably.
While he's running, he's like going to make a tackle, and bang! It's like, it's so crazy. It's definitely it's wild.
It's tough because I mean, it's what people like to say it, and it is what it is, right? It's tough because it's what you sign up for. Like all that stuff can happen.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a hockey player, at any point in time, somebody can go, head over heels, and then their skate just hit your carotid artery. And,
I mean, but isn't everything that we do every day similar to,
if you drive in your car,
it's a risk. Like, I mean, Ken Block just passed away. Like the DC founder, one of the DC shoe founders, and then he went into rally car racing, which he's like the best rally car racer.
I know, but the crazy thing with him is think about all that crazy shit.
That's what I'm saying. And then he just died on a snowmobile.
And I don't think he was doing anything crazy.
No, I think it came over on him.
Yeah,
probably got like.
But I don't think he wasn't like.
Think about
something crazy.
That's crazy. Like the hooligan videos and
this like on the edge of a cliff in a car that has a drop off forever, and he's literally like on the edge of it. And so then you wake up, go snowmobiling, and you're going up a hill. And
you see Jeremy Renner?
No,
the actor.
What happened to him?
He has a house like in Lake Tahoe, whatever, and it snowed really bad, and he would plow his road.
Oh yeah, and he got hit with the snowplow.
Yeah,
or
something like the plow like ran over his leg or something like that.
Ooh.
Like some big Arctic cat type plow.
Oh no!
You get airlifted out and everything.
Bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen at any point in time. Obviously, I mean, what's more severe for NFL players than even this? It's not to minimize it. It's just to say that like the head trauma is actually worse than any of this other stuff.
Well, it's your the most important part of your body is your brain.
Yeah.
That's like the most important thing. It controls everything, breathing, heart rate, everything. So it's, I just think that we're at a time where the NFL has tried so hard to make the viewer think that the game is safer with commercials and, you know, future of the game. They show kids running around with like helmets on and like, you know, we care about the future of the game. But it's about, I mean, come on, it's about money. It's about making revenue. They just sold to Google for what, billions and billions, or they sold their rights. Sunday Ticket, billions of dollars. It's about
deal, $14 billion.
It's about money, and the players are just their pieces to play with. And then when they're done with them, they're done with them. And then the new guy comes in, and then they. Because really, the money that the players are making, and I think Dominique Foxworth did a great job on television the other day because he was part of the, he was with the unions, and you know when like the general
he was the head of the union was the players.
I think he was something with he was up there, but he was involved in some of the negotiations, and you know when the fans are like, oh, the players are just greedy. And, oh, they're holding out for more money. Or they're holding out for more. Yeah, of course. Like, this is what they do to make enough money to take care of their family, to do all those things after football. It's not so much while they're playing. It's when you're done, what is going to be left of you and what their family has to deal with after you're done. Yeah. That's what they're trying to fight for. So I don't think any holdout or anything with the CBA for players wanting benefits, like hold out as long as you can.
Yeah, you got to hold out as long as you can with it.
Like you have to. The owners are always going to have the upper hand over everything that you do.
The thing with the NFL too is you don't, as much as they're saying right now that they weren't thinking about restarting that game. You know, they 100% were.
They were. I guarantee they were like looking at everything from social media to Twitter to like and I bet you they were looking at it like, yeah, we probably shouldn't play.
I think what they were looking at is how do we restart this game? They were looking for a way to restart it,
but they couldn't.
I know they couldn't, but you don't think their
they
mindset.
I mean, and that's another thing. I was listening to the radio. I can't remember who it was, but they're like commending the NFL on their timing. I was like, it's been an hour since this, and they still haven't called the game. Like they're not going to move forward with it. I think the timing was poor. I think they waited way too long. You saw
it was an hour, right?
Yeah, it was an hour,
yeah.
And I mean, it took an hour for them to say that they weren't going to play the game. I thought within the first couple 5 to 10 minutes, like you knew that this wasn't going to happen, like the game wasn't going to be played. So I think it actually took a long time for them to come out and say that the game was canceled or not going to be played. And you even saw, you know, the head coach of Buffalo on the phone. Then he gives it to the head coach of Cincinnati on the phone.
Yeah,
they're talking to
Roger.
Yeah, and he's trying.
I guarantee he was probably like, you know, here, can you get your players ready to go to?
Like how he probably said, well, where are we at right now?
Yeah,
and I'm sure the coaches are like, not good.
Yeah,
not very good right now. So I think that's it's always a sticky subject when you're with NFL ownership, playing football games, making tons of money, millions, and player safety, which clearly I mean, I don't think player safety is number one on their list.
I don't think it's in the top 10.
It's not. It's that they're trying to advance the game and make
I think
fans.
players,
Well, yeah, this is the other thing too. Like parents, you have to. The future of the game relies in children playing the game. Like it relies in the future of kids wanting to put a helmet on and go out and play football. Like when you're a parent, you watch this, you're like, I don't know if I want my kid to go play football. Like I don't know if I want my.
Would you want your kid to go play football?
No, not until he's old enough to protect himself. I mean, I definitely wouldn't think. I don't like pee-wee football as it is. I think that it's, you got a bunch of kids running around with overzealous parents that, were good high school football players that want to like relive their glory days.
It's like that in any sport. You see the one recently in Massachusetts, the hockey game that player was skating by and the assistant coach reached over and pulled the kid down.
No.
Yeah, it just happened like the other day.
It's nuts. I just think that you got a lot of people living in La La Land. There's like not realistic. There's no like realistic things anymore. People are like, oh, my son's gonna be the next whatever. It's like, I look at my son. I love you, Everett, but I don't think you're gonna be Tom Brady. But if you love football, okay. Like that's the hard part. You have to, if you love the game and you really want to play with everything you got, like you gotta let your child experience his passion. Like for me, I wasn't forced to play football. I love football. I played football. I happen to be 6'3", happen to be a big guy, so that helped me. If I was 5'8", 135 pounds, my ass wasn't playing in the NFL. So it's like a little bit of luck. It's a little bit of everything that help you get to that level. But I also think that if you are a parent now, my parents didn't know that there was head trauma issues. Like this is a new thing. So I think that there's going to be a lot of ramifications for, the public seeing how dangerous the sport is. And we knew the football is dangerous. It's becoming more and more dangerous because of the speed of the game. The game is insanely fast.
It's the size.
It's the size, the speed. I mean, you think back to the 70s and 80s, that an offensive lineman was like 6'3", 265, 275.
But the only thing though is that those linemen didn't run like 4.6 40s, 4.7 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
300 plus pounds.
Exactly. They weren't running a 4.4.
That's what I mean. Like that's it. It's definitely the athlete has changed. So obviously it becomes a lot more. You can't tell me, especially in the NFL, that you could take the last guy on every single roster, right, and put him in the NFL in the 1960s, and they're not one of the best players in the NFL.
Oh, they're destroying everybody.
That's what I mean. It's not even close. Like the worst running back in the NFL nowadays.
You got Joe the plumber coming off of his plumbing
gig. On the field.
Yeah, having a beer before the game. Like I gotta hydrate.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a big part of it. What do you think about the Skip Bayless tweet? Did you see it?
I think he's an idiot.
So no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant.
I mean, I think after the fact, he realized that came off as very crude and insensitive.
He really did, though. He kind of backed it up.
I don't think that he cares, because I think that, like a lot of people of his status, he feels that he can say whatever he feels that he wants to say, and nobody's really going to do anything about it.
Yeah, but you see that Shannon Sharp didn't show up to the show?
He didn't show up?
Didn't go on the show yesterday.
So that he was by himself?
By himself talking.
Really?
Yeah. His liver spotted hands were going everywhere.
So, like, he just had to do the show by himself?
Yeah. He did the show by himself yesterday.
And then they did the show today?
I think they're doing it today. Is he on the show today, TJ? Shannon? Yeah. He's on.
Did he address the issue with him?
Yeah. He said.
Do we have like the clip of that? And then what is Skip's rebuttal to that? I guess we'll pull it up and we'll see. I mean, Shannon Sharp is going to ragdoll Skip Bayless. I'm telling you. Like, the dude's shredded. Have you seen how big he is and strong he is?
Yeah. So is Skip Bayless, according to him.
No, come on,
There's all the pictures on his Instagram and everything.
He's tiny.
You've never seen those?
Yeah, he's little. All right, let's see what we got here.
Good to see you, Shannon. I understand you have something you want to share this morning.
Good morning, yes.
Morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture or innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to DAMAR HAMLIN struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip,
Okay. All right. Okay.
Dude, he's going to knock him out.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Look how strong he
I
looks.
cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Oh.
You could have came back. Skip,
Well, I thought-
Skip, just let. I
didn't know you were gonna bring up
No, I was
this
just going
dude.
to
He
needs to slap him.
I didn't.
He
want
can't.
him
He'd
yesterday
probably love it.
to
He'd
get
sue
into a
him.
situation where DAMAR HAMLIN was the issue. He should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation, so clearly somebody.
No, they
had a
did
problem.
not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
So he'll be off the show soon once his contract's up.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
I think that show might not last very long.
It's not going to be on much longer.
Well, I don't know who watches that anyway. But anyway, I mean, who watches Undisputed?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at their viewership, it's nothing like crazy. But they paid 30-something million bucks, Skip Bayless. Like, that's another thing too. Is there's no ramifications for what he says. I mean, he just said it on there. Like, nobody has had a problem with what I said. There's a lot of people that had a problem with what he said.
4 year, $32 million.
Yeah, $32 million bucks. Like, just to talk like that. That's the reason why he can say that, because they're paying him to be reckless. They're paying him to say things that people don't like and disagree with, to where people, I mean, this has got what, 2 million views, right? 2.3 million views. When you started, it had 2 million views. That's what TV is. It's that. Like, make an issue. People want to see it. Put an ad up next to it.
Yeah.
There's our views.
Well, it's always people looking for that the controversy. You know?
I don't think that the relationship, I mean, I feel like their relationship is not,
it's done.
like,
That's done.
bad. I mean, especially with him saying he's jealous of Tom Brady and like, what have you done? And like that's bad. I mean, I think that you have to have you got to have some respect for the guy that you're working with. I don't think there's respect there. I think there's no respect.
No.
And then when you start to have that like tension, that makes your job like that much more difficult. I think that they're not gonna.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like within like a week, it's there's somebody else on there.
I mean, what are they gonna do though? They're paying him that much money. I think it's guaranteed money. It's not going anywhere.
But you don't think Shannon Sharp would just walk away, go somewhere else, and get a contract somewhere else?
Well, I think that he's under contract too. You can't just walk away. Like, if he's making 32, he's got to be making something close. I mean, I'm sure he's not making chump change to be on the show. But I don't know. I think I need a beer on that note.
Yeah, there's some in there.
We need to get we need some 617. Dude, I squatted yesterday with my nephew. I can't even move.
Get up?
And no, I'm just old, man. And then I hit my elbow on. You ever like reach up in the cabinet and hit your funny bone on something? I'm old. I just can't move right now.
Get out of the fake leather recliner.
Oh my! No, it's real leather. Oh no, my legs are sore. Okay. What happened to all that beer, man?
I actually have it. It's in my fridge in my garage.
Dude, I'm in pain. Oh, I'm in
Wow.
so much pain.
So did you see the Aaron Rodgers stuff yesterday?
Man, how do you see all this stuff?
What?
Black cherry?
I want the black cherry.
You want to try the black cherry?
Yeah.
All right. There's that one. What are my options? Small batch ale. A Belgian Imperial Stout. What is this one, though?
You like the Belgian?
This is, we're doing White Birch again.
Yeah, white birch.
White Birch Brewing. All right. What did Aaron Rodgers say?
It's actually good.
Is it good?
Really good.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I can't even.
What?
I just popped this, and I don't know if I can drink it.
Why?
It looks like coffee.
Oh, yeah, you had a bad one the last time you did something like that.
I'm not a big coffee dark guy. Oh, no. I spilled it on my pants.
Don't get it on the leather.
Damn it.
It's a fake leather.
This is like black. Son of a bitch.
You gotta try the other one.
I'm so sorry, Belgian. No, this is the stout. I can't do a stout, man. I can't do
What's
it.
the other one?
I guess I'll have to do it. And look at my pants. Looks like I spilled soy sauce on myself.
Aaron Rodgers said that the power of manifestation is behind the Packers' late season surge.
Power of manifestation.
You know what manifestation is?
Yeah, like the power of mind.
Yeah. That you believe you're going to win.
Bullshit. Well, you believe you're going to win, but it also takes...
No, that's like you have to like say it to yourself, all that.
Well...
He said, I do believe in the power of manifestation. I do believe in momentum, and I believe very strongly in the force of the mind.
Oh, this is really good. There's something a little more interesting. Small batch. New England IPA. This one's tasty.
Found a good one?
Oh, yeah. But I'm stained up now.
So...
I can't drink that.
Did you used to manifest?
I could... There is something to be said about manifesting like positive thoughts, but I also think like manifesting a team of men to play good football defensively, offensively, like that's a stretch there. I think you're just playing better than you were early in the season. Easy. That's easy. And they played shitty teams that were playing shitty, and they played a Vikings team that played shitty. So that's playing better and playing shitty teams manifests winning football games. Is that hard to comprehend?
Is he basically saying,
or is that like?
Do you think he's saying though he didn't manifest enough when they were like 1-4 or something like that? His manifestation.
I don't know, but is that? I mean, this is I'm immunized. Is that manifesting immunizations that protect you from things? Like I'm immunized from the flu.
You can't like it. Nobody can like Aaron Rodgers. There's no way.
I wonder what like hanging out with Aaron Rodgers is like.
You gotta have like a man bun.
No, he took the man bun off. Did you see his haircut?
Yeah,
he took it off. Like
but all his friends probably still have one.
Maybe.
Yeah, you gotta go on like trips to do enemas.
Or like, what if he like
mushrooms.
Came up to you, was like, hey Dan, I got some tea for you.
Yeah, no fucking way.
Just relax, sit down, just chill, kumbaya. It's great, man.
No, thank you.
Huh?
You would probably do it.
Come on, Dan, have a seat.
You probably like Aaron Rodgers. Love Tom
let's
Brady.
Let's manifest some good thoughts here.
Yeah.
Have some tea, relax. Go on a little Arushka trip.
Did you see that?
Let's go to Arushka.
That trip
or ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
You know how much that is to do?
I think you can do it in New Hampshire, actually.
No,
they have
there's
trips
one in
up.
Costa Rica.
You want to try it?
No.
Should we do that as a pod?
You know what it is?
Well, you eat like
you
a
get
root.
violently ill at first.
I think it's good for your brain. I might need it. No, I think it like rewires your brain. A friend of mine did it, Todd. He did it, and it was crazy because he had PTSD.
They make you get violently ill.
Dude, this is not
You're
beer.
worried about spilling stuff on your pants.
This
now
is
imagine
not
if you're
beer.
just shitting your pants.
This looks like shit. If this was on my butt, it would look like poop.
Yeah, but you get violently ill from it. And then you supposedly have
hallucinogenics.
A god that's named ayahuasca, and they take you through all of your traumatic events in your life, and they wipe it clean. That's what it is.
Well,
it's $10,000 in Costa Rica.
I don't think it's that expensive here.
Probably not. It's probably bootleg.
No, I'm telling you. No winner for the Powerball. $940 million coming up. Wow.
You buy your tickets?
I'm going to.
Does that mean you have a gas station trip where you buy a bunch of crap at the gas station?
Yep. I don't have freaking service here.
You can have new blue blockers?
I love blue blockers. They have places in New Hampshire that you can go and do these trips at. So I had somebody that did it. Somebody that I know did that, and I guess the process of it is pretty wild. Because I think you go on like these hallucinogenic trips, and what it does is it like recalibrates your brain. Basically, it like resets your brain a certain way chemically, which is scary as hell.
There's one in Guilford, New Hampshire that is temporarily closed.
Oh, temporarily closed? Yeah. Maybe something happened.
Why?
They get a place in Terre Haute? Don't do it, man. Don't do it, Cam. Where is it at? Is there another place?
There's a church in New Hampshire that offers the tea.
The tea of ayahuasca. I would try it.
You really would?
No,
we can do a show like just
I don't know if I
would
want to do it.
Doing that shit. I
don't want to. Like, what if I came back like?
You gonna do the Aaron Rodgers way with like 7 days of enemas, leeches?
He did that.
Yeah, made himself puke nonstop.
Enemas?
Yeah.
Up the butt?
Yeah.
Really?
You have like 7 days.
Why?
That's what he does.
I can't. No, he doesn't do that. He does enemas up 7 days in a row?
Something like that.
Is that for like fasting or something?
No, it's that weird shit he does. He puts like leeches on himself, makes himself puke. It's a cleanse.
It's a cleanse. A leech cleanse? Didn't they do that back in the day and people died from that shit?
Okay, Aaron Rodgers' go-to cleanse involves oily enemas, bloodletting, and vomiting.
Bloodletting?
That's
dude, he's like part of something. Something weird. Bloodletting?
Yeah, it's called panchakarma.
Panchakarma?
Something like that, yeah.
How much blood?
You put leeches on yourself for 7 days.
Dude, I'm not putting a leech on me. I'm not putting a leech. That's how you get like a parasite.
Oily enemas.
Oily enemas?
Yeah.
Oily?
Yeah.
What's it got to be oily?
It's panchakarma. Yeah, you can do it. There's a treatment program. It's 5 days. It's $3,000 to do it with $1,400 deposit due at time of scheduling.
For an enema and leeches and vomiting.
Or actually, Rodgers was 12 days.
He did a 12-day. He don't look, to me, he looks like not as strong. He don't look as, he looks terrible in football pants. Like he's got like the saggy butt and everything.
Look at people's.
I'm just saying, like he looks like his pants are like sagging. Like he don't look like, he looks like he got beat up pretty good this year, I think too. That's the key. You got to get to him. If you can get to him, that's the key.
So Brady's got his pliability and Rodgers got his oily enemas.
And what does that mean? They're all kooks. At a certain point, you're a kook. You're a cuckoo bird. Like, don't you think that's a kook? Like Tom talking about, like, the more you hydrate, the less you burn in the sun.
What do you think about what he did with his kid that he posted?
No, that's nothing wrong with that.
The kid's like 15 years old.
Come on. They're sitting by a pool. He gave him a kiss.
With like an open chair next to you. He's sitting on his lap.
I don't have a problem with that. It's your boy, man. You wouldn't have your boy sit on your lap and give him a kiss?
15.
Why not?
He's like an adult almost.
No, he's not an adult. He's not an adult. He's 15 years old.
So you go sit right now on Captain Sano's lap. He wouldn't throw you off?
I might squish him. He's getting small in his old age.
You don't think he'd slap?
No, he'd give me a hug and then he'd bite my ear or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that in order to be a good quarterback, maybe you got to be weird as shit.
Maybe that's the case.
It seems quarterbacks. Mac Jones got to win.
Is that really a Mac Jones win or is that a defensive win? Let's be real.
I think it's a Mac Jones win because against all odds, which is Matt Patricia.
I think if the defense didn't come up with that pick six, they lose the game.
I don't think so.
They lost by 3.
Well, because they let up that touchdown at the end of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nothing going on.
The defense won that football game. It wasn't the offense. The offense looked terrible.
They had moments there, okay?
I went to the game. Great. I took Everett to the game. Everett wanted to go to the game. Dan offered me a beautiful place in the box. I said, nope. I want to take him to a regular game, sit in the stands like a real
club
fan.
Section.
Yeah. Well, it was still like sitting
regular
out.
with fans, like go up in the nosebleeds or
I'm
down
not going up there. Hell no. You can fall.
No shit.
It's steep. I don't know. I almost said camp. Everett looked. He goes, people really go up that high? I go, not me. People do go up that high. I'm not going up that high. I wonder what that feels like up there.
It's windy as can be most of the time.
Yeah, but it's scary a little bit.
It's like
and
really,
it's steep.
Have you been up there?
Hell no. I'm not going up there.
It's really steep.
Very steep.
It's really steep.
If you take a spill from up there, you might go all the way.
I'm surprised nobody's ever has.
Well, you see that fat guy in Chicago?
Yeah.
And he got in a fight and they rolled him down the stairs.
They were trying to, too.
They grabbed his butt.
I know.
They gave him the butt pull. Like, what
But
the
at least
hell
when
is
you see
that?
those fights where people fall downstairs like that, they're like actually in a fight and they just get hit and fall. Like,
No, he was drunk.
trying to throw him down.
No, he was drunk and he wanted to roll him down. Like, remember in Hook, where the fat kid is
Bangarang?
No. What did he say at the top? When he's when he's at the top of the steps, he pulls his legs up and he rolls down like a bowling ball.
Yeah, it's the Lost Boys. Bangarang
Bangarang
with Rufio.
Rufio.
That was actually a good movie.
Rufio.
That was a really good movie. But back to the Patriots. You think they can win this week?
No.
No.
Wow. I don't think the Patriots win this week.
With their playoff hopes on the... Well, actually, they can still lose. And still
This is gonna be a impermeable, impenetrable force of the Buffalo Bills just coming like a freight train for the Patriots.
What if Mac Jones manifests hard?
No. I'm telling you that the Buffalo Bills at home, with what they're going through right now, they're going to be so jacked up and ready to win.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, the stadium's going to they're going to have a pregame. Obviously, they're going to do something for HAMLIN. They're going to have jerseys everywhere. They're going to have the stands.
That's assuming if they actually play these guys, though.
I think they're going to play.
Because don't forget, Kansas City plays on Saturday. So if Kansas City wins and they don't have direction, or maybe they have the direction that the Bengals game will be a tie or they have to forfeit it, then they're not playing for anything. So then they're not going to play their starters.
No, they're playing for something right now. They're going to have to. They have to win this game.
They don't have to. No, if the Chiefs win, and
but when do the
NFL
Chiefs
tells
play?
them
What time do the Chiefs play?
on Saturday.
Oh, the Chiefs play on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, so if they win, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it could matter if the Bills have to play the Bengals at some point. If the NFL tells them they're gonna have to play.
Who do the Chiefs play?
Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah.
Is it in Kansas City?
No, it's in Vegas.
Actually, though, the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders. I think the Raiders win. I think the Raiders. Did you see Stidham last week? He threw for like 350. He threw for a shit ton of yards.
Yeah, but he threw like 3 picks though.
Don't matter. He was still slinging it. I like that. I like that mindset.
Then why didn't you like Derek Carr? He slings it every time.
No, he doesn't. He's too cautious. That's why they got rid of him.
Leads the NFL in interceptions.
No, but he still doesn't have that, like, I'm going to push the ball down the field. You got Adams, man. Get the ball to Adams.
Well, but
that Stidham got the ball to Adams. What do you have?
I know, but that shows you though, like for like Mac Jones, of what he needs like a type of receiver like Adams, because that's what all the good quarterbacks have. Because if you looked at a lot of those throws from Stidham to Adams, they weren't great throws by Stidham. They were great plays by Adams. Like if you're in a
hell of a catch.
Right?
How about that one catch?
I know, that's what I mean. Like at the end of the game,
hell of a catch.
Yeah, but you just basically drop back and you look over, and if there's single coverage on Devontae Adams, you just throw the ball up, and he's going to come down with it 80% of the time probably.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're just anywhere near him. What do they have on the Patriots right now with that?
Who do they have?
Yeah, that could do anything like that.
Nobody.
They do 50% of that.
They have all number 2s.
They have a tight end that can't break a tackle.
Number 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I was going to take Buffalo before this. Now I think Buffalo's going to be just unbelievably motivated.
I don't think that Allen and them are playing.
I think they're going to play.
I don't think so. Because if Kansas City comes out and wins that game, they're not playing for anything.
But what if they don't know about the NFL and what they're going to do with the Bengals game?
I think they know what the NFL is going to do. I don't think the public knows what they're going to do. I think that Buffalo's going to have to forfeit the game. Is what it's going to have to be.
Buffalo's going to have to forfeit the Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's what I think it's going to be.
That doesn't seem that seems so unfair to Buffalo.
But then how is it fair if you call it a tie to the Bengals?
I don't know. There's a lot of
lot
of shit here, man. It's heavy.
I
can't
think they're going
believe
to have to
I got
forfeit.
this stain on my pants. Do you think that'll come out? Should I put some OxyClean on it or something? That's a bad stain. It's like I got kicked in the kidneys or something.
So the other thing that it was amazing that everybody in the NFL's come together with DAMAR HAMLIN, right? And even like the Buffalo fans, because the Buffalo fans seem to support their team beyond belief, right?
Yeah.
Like anything that goes on, like Josh Allen had had something, they raised a bunch of money for him. They stuck by Josh Allen because people forget Josh Allen was not very good the first couple of years in the NFL.
Yeah, he had some growing pains. Yeah.
And they stuck by him. And you can see that fan base that just sticks by everybody they have. And then now you look at like a fan base like New England, right, that does not stick by anybody or anything.
Zappy.
That's what I mean. Like, everybody in New England thinks like they're doing something great by chanting Zappy or get rid of Mac or get rid of Bill or get rid of this person, get rid of all these people, like every single second, because they think like there's somebody better out there. Like, okay, we put Bailey Zappi in. Okay, maybe he has a good game, but guess what? Overall, he's not going to be good. So the minute he throws 2 picks in a game and loses the game, then it will be get rid of Zappi, get rid of Zappi, get rid of Zappi. The fan base has to realize that they're creating something that they're going to end up being like the Browns or the Jets, where they can't get anybody to come here. Because who's going to want? Like, do you think Mac Jones wants to come back next year?
Do you think any guy looking at a contract wants to come to Massachusetts and pay 10% income tax?
I know, but that's what I mean. But like, you
that
have to attract.
They're going to come. I mean, it's like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had a contract offer from the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
He said in an interview he picked the Miami Dolphins because he saved a ton of money on taxes.
Yeah. That's what
Massachusetts is the same thing. Like, they just did the millionaire tax, and like next year, if you go make a contract, you're going to like, agents are going to be like, okay, so you have a $20 million contract here and you have a $20 million contract here.
This one nets you $10 million.
This one you're going to make $10 million bucks, and then this one you're going to make $13 million bucks.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
I'll make $13 million bucks.
Yeah.
I'll pay no state income tax.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
what it is.
Florida, Tennessee, who's the other team? Florida, Tennessee, Texas. Those 3 states that have teams. I think there's another state that doesn't have state income tax. What's that? Vegas. I think Vegas.
Maybe.
I think Nevada doesn't have a state income. So those states are going to have a higher priority. The Patriots, it went up 4%, right? 3%, 5% on millionaire tax.
Yeah. But
those people will just leave. They'll go to New Hampshire. Like,
no, I know, but the thing, that's the stupid thing. It's just they're going to cost themselves money in the long run, because anybody that makes that kind of money will just take up residence somewhere else and just not pay the tax at all.
I'll move to Florida.
Yeah,
and I'll work from
move
home.
to Florida
or I'll
for 181 days, and
move to Florida. I'll move to New Hampshire. I'll claim my residency, and then I'll make sure that I don't have to pay that. Like, it's so stupid.
But the thing though is that it's a fan base where you keep pulling all this shit like that. Basically, nobody's good enough, because last year, Mac Jones was the second coming of like the next great quarterback according to everybody here. And then he went through some growing pains with it. I mean, he has a terrible OC, not that great of an offensive line. It was just like in that game, I don't know if you remember the blitz up the middle. It was just a free runner up the middle, running back completely whiffed.
Oh, when in their field goal position, like third and whatever, and then they took a sack.
And he gets just drilled, and there's people screaming out for Zappi. Like, I heard somebody scream, well, he shouldn't have taken that sack. He literally got to his drop, and he was
turn around, guys in your face.
So like, no matter what, he can't do anything. But as a fan base, I mean, you look at the Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets, right? They've been looking for quarterbacks for 20 plus years, and they've had great draft picks, right? They've had number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
They paid a weirdo.
Yeah,
they paid a weirdo, and he doesn't look very good.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though, is like, that's what you're going to become if you keep putting down every single person that goes in. Because if Mac Jones throws an interception, you don't think he's just in his mind going, "Yep, here comes the Bailey Zappi chance," because this fan base sucks because they don't really give a shit about anything, and they don't know what they're talking about.
I honestly think that whoever the quarterback here is for a very long time, they're already like in a bad spot.
Well, just think about it, right? Even if you have a quarterback that, say they go to the playoffs and win a game for 4 years straight, then it'll just be, well, they can't win a Super Bowl. They go to the AFC Championship.
Spoiled ass fans, but hey, we love you, but you're just spoiled. That's all.
But it's not like the true fans, though. I don't think because the true fans, I think, understand it and see it. It's just so many of the fair weather fans.
Well, we have a lot. Well, when you have a run of 20 years, you have that people jump on, and when you go to a game when the Patriots play the Chargers or the Patriots play Miami, the Patriots play in other places, do you know how many like fans there are in other states? Because when they were growing up, they had a lot of primetime games. It was Tom Brady as a quarterback. It was the Patriots were winning. This is like me when I was a kid. I was a Cowboys fan. Why was I a Cowboys fan in the 90s? Because they were winning Super Bowls. They were good, and the Bears sucked. So that's why I had a Cowboys bedspread, and Troy Aikman sends me his awesome beer. Look at this. Look at this hat. Look at this.
Yeah. The crazy thing, though,
it's a very light beer.
When the Patriots go away and play away, there are more genuine fans at the away games than there are at Patriots home games.
Well,
like you go,
you know what? I wish I could go back. I wish I could experience a game at the old Foxborough Stadium because
with the bench,
like everybody said that back in the day, like they weren't great, but right when they were like kind of turning the corner and they had Parcells and they had Pete Carroll and the Bledsoe, like the environment was a very rowdy, exciting, similar to Buffalo. Like you had more of a Buffalo feel where it was like rowdy fans that were probably fighting in the stands, but like they cared about the outcome and they cared about the team. But then, like, as the success of the team got better and better, the prices of the tickets went up and up and up. So you were, like, pushing out those, like, hardcore, like, local fans that all they cared about was the team. And then you have, like, the corporate side that comes in. And you have the club level where, like, half the people are inside because it's too cold out. And you look at the red seats and there's nobody outside.
There's never anybody in the red seats.
Nobody wants to sit in the reds. They're all inside. Everyone's sitting inside.
Watching the game on the TV.
Watching the game on the TV. Like, I went to the game and I would literally walked in to get a pretzel for Everett. And I looked at two people sitting at a table watching the game on the TV. And I'm like, I want to say, like, why don't you go sit outside and watch the game?
Yeah, or just go to your house and watch the game.
Like,
it's cheaper.
Why would you sit here and watch this? I paid $20 for a freaking beer.
Yeah.
Mr. Kraft, you owe me $10.50, whatever that damn beer costs. You owe me $10.
Send it to him.
Yeah, I am.
All right, you want to do picks now?
I think it's over. I think I lost.
You lost a long time ago.
I know.
We've been doing
Let's do picks, but I think I lost.
I know you lost. You're down 8.
Son of a bitch.
He's gonna
bullshit. I'm going opposite on everything.
Chiefs, Raiders. Chiefs.
Okay. This could be a bad one.
Titans, Jaguars.
Titans.
Josh Dobbs.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
Fuck.
Ravens, Bengals.
Bengals.
Buccaneers, Falcons.
Bucks.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Perfect.
I don't think Brady's gonna play.
Really?
Vikings, Bears.
Bears.
Vikings.
Yep. I'm coming back.
Texans, Colts. Oh, what a fucking shitty game.
Texans.
I'm gonna go Texans too. Jets, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Jets.
Perfect.
Panthers, Saints.
Panthers.
I'll go Saints.
Okay. Browns,
Steelers.
Steelers.
Browns.
Yes. Dude, this is going to be epic. If this week, it's going to be epic. Well, you're going to text me and be like, shit. I'm telling you, all these picks are coming through.
Chargers, Broncos.
Chargers.
Giants, Eagles.
Eagles.
They're a 14-point favorite.
Wow.
Cardinals, 49ers.
Go 49ers.
Go Cardinals.
No.
49ers. Rams, Seahawks. Cowboys, Commanders.
Cowboys.
Lions, Packers.
I'm
going to go Packers.
Yeah, there's my
manifesting it. Then you're going to have the playoff matchup here. Patriots at the Bills. Are we going to the game, by the way, that you've promised everybody for?
Let's go. I want to drive there, though.
I'm fine driving.
You can drive?
Yeah.
6 hours.
I think it's more than 6 hours.
I think it's 6 hours.
I think it's more than 6 hours.
All right, let's go. TJ, you ready? All right, let's go.
All right, but who are you picking?
Bills.
You don't seem too confident on it.
I'm going with the Bills, man.
I'm very confident. Patriots.
Of course you would. All right, let's go. I'm going to have to explain this one on the page, but we're going. It's for content.
She voted no.
Oh, yeah, 100%. She goes, you're not going to the game, are you? I'm like, We might. She's like, why? Why did you go to the game? Like, because it'd be fun. She's like in this whole like I'm left out thing.
You gonna cheer for the Bills? What if it came down to our picks?
Can we get tickets for that game?
Yeah, it's easy to get tickets there.
All right.
Or looked it up. But if it came down to our picks, and this is the opposite pick, and this was to win you the thing, would you be rooting for the Bills?
I'm rooting. No, what are you talking about? I'm confused on this question.
So if
I'm not rooting for the Bills. I just think the Bills are a better team.
Okay, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, I think that the Bills are a better football team. That's why I'm picking the Bills. I'm not like rah on the Bills.
But what are you going to do?
You got to go get a Buffalo wing though.
If the Patriots win, then you're just going to say, well, it's because Buffalo didn't have their heart in it and all that.
What are we going to drive there? What are we going to take there?
We can take my Sprinter there.
We're going to take the Sprinter there?
Yeah, I won't take it into the fucking stadium though.
Where are we going to put it?
I'll park it at a hotel or something like that outside the area. I'm not going to drive it into the stadium and have people jump off of it. And
Nobody's going to jump
on it.
off of it.
Have you seen those people?
Nobody's going to jump off of it. It's a 1 o'clock game.
They get there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That'd be fun. I wonder how cold it's going to be. I got to get
It's only supposed to be in the 30s or something like that.
No, that's not bad. I guess there's
Last year it was like
it's
6.
like a wings place that's really good.
TJ got some stuff. Didn't the guy tell you that the last?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Gotta go to this one bar, this one wing spot.
On Sunday, it's going to be 37 and sunny.
Oh, perfect.
It's actually not that bad.
No.
Last year, it was 2 degrees.
Yeah.
When you backed out.
No, we got to go. We just got to figure out how we're going.
If there's going to be a game, too.
Yeah.
You can't even bet on the game right now?
Because they won't.
Everybody took it down.
Let's see. Directions.
Could they wait for Saturday and see KC win and then be like,
Yeah.
we could do that?
Yeah, they could forfeit.
I don't have any service right now. What does it say from right here to Buffalo is?
Did you do the thing yet, TJ? Aramark Stadium, right? Is what it's called?
I think it's 6.5. I think it's 6 hours, which isn't bad.
Oh, it's not Aramark. Highmark? Yeah, Orchard Park, New York. 6 hours, 57 minutes.
It's not too bad. Or we could take a flight.
30-minute flight.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes. It's $200.
Is it $200?
Yeah.
We should probably fly. Should we just fly?
Yeah.
All right.
It's $200 to fly. It's an hour flight. It's probably not even an hour.
To what airport?
You fly to Buffalo.
Right to Buffalo?
Yeah.
Get on the PJ? Dan O'Brien PJ?
No, just go to JetBlue.
Just jump on a jet.
I set up one last year. They'll probably never let me set up a flight again after you have me set it up and then back out of it.
Yeah, it was $5,000.
It was $5,000 for 8 people to go.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have got in an hour before the game or 2 hours before the game and then flown out right from the game.
That's kind of a bougie move, though. Is that bougie?
I mean, look at you.
I got freaking stained pants on. What are you talking about? And a free hoodie. And a free hat. Everything's free on me. These shoes I bought.
Just right now, but then you go on to ESPN with your suits, you color coordinate with the season.
Well, that was
green,
Christmas.
White,
it was Christmas.
suit.
I was feeling Christmassy. I was feeling jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go out and buy new suits to go on to.
Well, you have to have suits. You got to look good on TV.
Not everybody wears suits.
Well, if you're Damian Woody, you wear the same jacket, T-shirt, and jeans every time. But it's all right.
Why not? Why can't you do that though?
I like to change it up. I think today
You did wear those shoes once with a suit.
I did.
It looked great.
It looked bad, but I forgot shoes. That's all right. Usually, sometimes I sit down the whole time, and then this time they're like, "Hey, you want to stand up?" It's like, not
You
really.
gonna do Captain Robius again?
Yeah, it's usually Thursdays. Do it tomorrow.
Max Kellerman loves saying Captain Robius. I think he says it every other word.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I might need a job next year. We'll see.
Job where?
I don't know. Might move to Tennessee. I might move to Nashville or something.
I
Florida.
lived in Nashville.
I know. It's getting overpopulated, though. Everything's over. Any place where it's Florida, Tennessee, or Texas, that's where everyone's going.
It used to be when I lived in Nashville, you could literally drive up to the airport and you could park right in front of the terminal, like literally right there to wait for somebody to come out. And now it used to take me like for where we live like 20 minutes to get to the airport, 15 minutes. Could take 2 hours now, 2.5 hours.
It's ridiculous.
It's nuts all the time.
Everyone's leaving their states. I wonder why.
You firmly planted yourself in the state of Massachusetts.
No, that's not. I'm not firm. I might come to New Hampshire. I got a business in New Hampshire. I have to come up to New Hampshire.
It's cheaper.
I don't get why they don't fix. Why don't they fix the old man's face?
They can't. I don't think.
Yeah, of course they can. They can make
make it
mountains
fake?
in Florida. Yeah, like make it rebar and spray it, and like so you can still see what it was. It's on their license plates. It's on every sign. It's on.
There's pictures of it.
No, it's not the same.
There's pictures of it.
They actually have like a thing that you can stand back from, and it'll like show you where it was.
Like holding up the tower of pizza.
Yeah, like you could easily just make it. Like just go spray some fiberglass up on the mountain, make it the old man's face, and there you go. There it is.
Yeah,
it's back.
And my wife, last couple of days, has been booking a trip to Italy.
Italy.
For that for 2 weeks.
Italy. Go to Croatia. It's way cooler.
I don't want to go anywhere for 2 weeks.
No, that's way too long.
Yeah. Well, you go away for like a month, 2 months.
I go to my mom and dad's house. That's a little different. Captain Insano's house. That's a lot different.
You have the whole first floor now, right? Because they live in the basement now with the dog.
Yep, they live downstairs. Easy access. Bad knees for the old man. Can't go up and down stairs. Well, they get a dog, a golden retriever at that.
How is the dog?
I think he's crazy. She, sorry.
Why?
Aren't all Goldens nuts when they're... Isn't there like a process of a cute Golden and then the Velociraptor and then like an old Golden? So it's like you have like 10 years of crazy. Brody's nuts. He's destroyed my floors.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're fucked.
Just clawing the crap out of him.
Oh, God. He just runs on the wood
When that
floor.
happens, you just freak out.
Oh, I go, God damn it. And I go like this, and he goes. And he just melts. You know what I like to do, too, is I tell him to go in his house. I say, go in your house. And he goes like this. He lays down. I've probably traumatized him. It's all right. It's all good.
That's probably a wrap for this
Yeah,
one.
I think that's it. I'm hungry. I need like a Five Guys burger or something.
I don't think there's anything around here with that.
I think there's one right down the street.
Maybe in Nashua, yeah.
Yeah, there's one right down the street.
There's a Chick-fil-A, too.
Here, watch this.
He's having like a seizure.
Yeah, he's freaked out. He's freaking out. He's scared. No animals were harmed.
What have you done to him?
Just discipline.
Wow.
We're all disciplined. We all need discipline.
Some don't.
All right. Well, this was an upbeat episode, but this weekend we'll have some good footage here.
If you show up.
Gonna jump off a table?
I'm still 50-50 on you actually going through.
I'm doing it. I'll do it. We're fine. I could drive. Want me to drive?
45?
I love driving.
Are you gonna drive?
What?
Are you gonna drive?
You could just drive the truck you let me drive.
6.5 hours each way.
That's kind of far.
7 hours each way. 14 hours.
That's far. But I don't want to go to the airport after the game. That sucks too.
Why?
Because isn't there like tons of people going to the airport after the game?
I don't think so. Who goes to Buffalo?
All the Patriot fans that want to go see the game.
There probably ain't many of them.
No?
Not at the Buffalo.
All right.
But, we'll see you guys next week. Check us out on danandninko.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole 9 yards. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.